Welcome.
So tonight we're gonna play a song for you, and thanks for tuning in. By the way,
It's a good song, by the way. Oh, but yes, thank you.
see, this is another good song. We keep pumping out tracks left and right. I know some of the viewers are actually telling us to slow down, but
In fact, one viewer...
we can't halt our creativity.
No,
though.
we can't. We can't. Trying to stop our creativity is literally like trying to stop a train with a baby.
Yeah, I mean, the train driver sees that baby, and the train driver obviously is sympathetic towards that baby and doesn't want to run over the baby.
But the baby doesn't have enough cognitive discipline to know what it means when the train is just playing its horn. And ultimately, we just got ourselves a dead baby joke.
Yeah. So if you don't like dead baby jokes, just watch some other YouTube channel. I'm sorry.
If you would also like, I'm sorry, I gotta do a plug for my other business.
Go for it.
If you would like a dead baby joke a day, just text 6625 to 7785 2286, and I'll be sending dead baby jokes once a day for the rest of your fucking lives.
All right, but you know what? Sometimes they can be humorous and they're not as graphic, but I suppose the nature of a dead baby joke is
Jesus
graphic.
Christ. This next video is brought to you by Christian Brothers Brandy. It's fucking brandy.
It's brandy. It'll spice up your life.
Jesus Christ.
It'll make your night a bit more funky, a bit more creamy, a bit more bright. So you know what? I've had some great nights on this particular brandy. Sometimes I go to clubs. I like to shuffle a little bit. I like to pull a little swing here and there. Sometimes I like to listen to Moby. But you know what? I'm sorry. We're not laughing at Moby. Like, he's a great, talented musician.
I know a lot of people say that Moby is a dick.
He is a dick.
He is.
Alright, but basically, we like Moby.
Seriously, you should go see him.
Yeah, you should go see him. He's a great artist.
Fantastic.
But anyways, let's switch gears a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just saw you took a little bit of liquid courage, and that's fine because that's gonna help us out with the next song. So maybe let's get to it. So let's talk about, as we always do, how we came up with the idea with this particular song.
Mm-hmm.
And
so this song, it's called Paul Revere. Is it the Seagull or Paul Revere Seagull?
Okay, so basically, if we need, I don't know if some of you need to be refreshed on the history of the American Revolution, on how it started. We had the American colonies, obviously, when we wanted to revolt against British rule. We had little kind of units in each colony, in each town in the colony. They were the Minutemen, and they obviously via what they were, they would be awakened at a minute's notice, and they would be ready for warfare. But there's a famous story about I can't remember the colony off the top of my head, which is kind of sad, but
I believe the colonies was actually called Johntown.
Okay, so Johntown, I'm just gonna go with you on a hunch.
Actually, I'm sorry, it's very incorrect. I was concerned for a second.
Sorry,
it's actually New Johnstown.
Okay, so New Johnstown, which is an Anglican, version of just Johnstown. So you're partially correct.
Yes.
But basically there's Minutemen in New Johnstown, and there was an individual who was scouting out to see if there were British troops. He was actually in a tree hanging out, and he saw some British troops actually strolling along. So when he saw that, he hopped up on his horse and carried off and warned all the Minutemen in the colony in New Johnstown that the British were actually coming. So this whole night ride was not actually done by a human being. It was actually done by a seagull. And I know that sounds a little weird, and that's not in your history books. That's not what we learned about growing up. I know that's... But I teach for a living, and not that I'm the most reputable source, but all the primary source documents, it's a kind of a common misconception. Paul Revere was actually a seagull.
And you know, what your history books typically tell you is that Paul Revere's horse was named Kyle. And I mean, that's obviously a false fact because Kyle was not a widely popularized name until about 1934 with the onset of the fantastic jazz musician Kyle Dixonson. Who, I mean, you should look him up. Kyle Dixonson. He is a famous jazz flautist.
Yeah. So that flautist basically means he played the flute.
Yes.
Okay? So, you know, on that note, I think we're going to get into it. This piece is a little bit more... What would you describe the feeling of this particular piece, just to, you know, get everyone antiquated with it?
I would describe it as palpitating.
Okay. Excuse me. But it's just, whenever Vince is I'm not laughing at, like, you know, what he feels, the actual feeling, the meaning, maybe the motif of the song is. I'm just... I'm just laughing because, you know, we're actually celebrating America's, you know, 25th anniversary. and you know, we're laughing and we're feeling great and we're just genuinely happy that it's America's 25th anniversary. And you know, yesterday it's been a busy week because yesterday was actually Jackie Chan's 101st you know, years in the movie picture business.
100 years of Jackie Chan.
Woo! Woo! We love your kicks. We love you know, the faces you make. We love
your karate.
Yeah, we love your karate.
Oh,
we love when you throw furniture.
Yes.
Like
umbrella. Who would think to use that as a weapon?
I would never use an umbrella as a weapon. Mind
blown.
Excuse my language. I'm sorry to all the the children out there.
Yes.
If you're family viewership, you know, I do apologize, but
it's your fault you had children.
It could be your fault. However, you know, sometimes it's not planned. Sometimes they're watching Jackie Chan. You know,
things do get hot and heavy when I watch Jackie
Of course.
Chan.
Whenever I watch Operation Condor, I'm usually having sex. But you know what? We're gonna get to the song. I'm sorry we got on that tangent a little bit.
You know, Jackie Chan just deserves some airtime.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know, right now I want to give him a standing O, but we're on film right now. But basically, if you guys are at home, just give a little clap, because you know Jackie deserves it. Yeah. He's a good guy.
So, happy birthday, America! 25 long years.
Yeah, 25 years.
Jackie Chan. 100 years of Jackie Chan. Which is better.
Well, 100 first. We're thinking too much. We partied really hard on the 100 years of Jackie Chan.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
this year's the 101st.
It's like a Jesus thing, like the world 2,000 years old, or 2000, the year 2000.
I completely agree.
Because the year 0 doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
I mean, before Jackie Chan was there.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely relative.
Yeah. But anyways.
Yeah, so
I think we should get back to the song.
Okay, so yeah, basically, I'm sorry to diverge too much, but we're getting into Paul Revere was actually a seagull. We have primary source documents and other secondary source documents as well to kind of prove the fact that he in fact was a seagull and not a British elite or a colonial elite at the time. So basically, we're gonna get into this. A seagull scout. He's warning the Minutemen that the British are coming. So let's get into it, shall we? Alright, and hopefully you enjoy the tune. Thank you.
Fun fact, this ukulele is made of birch wood. This specific tree was cut down in Spain in, I think it was about 1957. It was actually cut down by Joseph Stalin.
You're kidding?
No,
Stalin.
I am not. Joseph Stalin cut down this tree, and I mean, he specifically made this instrument to basically like promote communism. And so basically what I'm doing here, I play this instrument only because of just how much I love America, and I'm just basically, it's just like a big screw you, Joseph Stalin.
Yeah.
You made a beautiful instrument.
Yeah, he's a great craftsman, a horrible politician, as we know.
Terrible.
We know all about the purge.
Yeah, he definitely kind of went overboard.
The 5-year plan. He didn't care about his country. He was just making beautiful baritone ukuleles.
He should have stuck to ukulele.
Yeah, basically.
Frankly,
that's Hitler was kind of the same. Hitler actually made he made drums.
Yeah.
So he made a lot of Indian tablas. He was very influenced by Indian drumming. So yeah, that's basically. The Fuhrer was very furious about other races. However, he should have been more in tune with the whole Indian vibes of the tabla, and maybe the world would have been a lot different.
Yeah, it really would have.
Yeah. But basically,
you ever find yourself with a Hitler drum? Keep it. That's it.
It's a big. You can go on Pawn Stars and make a lot of money.
You really could.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Just Yeah.
It's a whole symbol. It's like a swastika, but it has like a swirly on one of the edges.
Yeah, it's got like a star in the middle. It's sort of like a. Let's get back to the song.
Okay.
Let's get back to the
it's
song.
great. It's great. I'm sorry. We get too into musical instruments, and maybe sometimes not too into the music.
We like our history, and because we really want to teach you guys something.
Yeah.
Because ultimately.
It's not what you know, but it's how you know it. Okay. So let's get to it. Okay.
Let's do it.
Revere,
got no one where love it goes. Save the night. I don't want a man,
Lonely man, lonely man, lonely man, lonely man. Poor Revere the Seagull as a lonely man. Poor Revere the Seagull as a lonely man. Poor Seagull says was a lonely man, was a lonely man, was a lonely man.
got a lonely man, lonely man, lonely man.